Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Behind the Shades. It's your host, Terraine, and today we're going to talk about Stephen Kenneth Bunnell II, also known as Destiny, the YouTuber, the streamer, the Diddy online. But in all seriousness, he is in the news today. And one of the reasons why he's in the news is because allegedly he's been recording women without their consent and without their knowledge while he engages in sexual activity with them. And before I get to the men, I want to mention this to the women. Ladies, for the love of everything that is beautiful in this world, make sure you vet the type of men that you decide to lay with. Not all good bedrooms are good bedrooms. You see, what happens a lot of times in these situations is the men think it's cool. They think it's sexy to have these recordings, these pictures, these audios of these women. And sometimes these women send these things to them, and sometimes they don't. But ladies, let me give you a piece of advice. Many times when you send out videos of yourself in those ways, or pictures of yourself in lingerie or naked or in your underwear, the men that you share those images with, those videos with, they show other men. There are men that you don't want to see these things that have seen these videos and pictures of you. Many men will show their friends and look at this girl. This is who I was with last night. Look at this girl. This is who I'm talking to last night. Look at these three girls. These are my roster. You see what they're sending me? Listen to what they're saying about me. So ladies, I want you to be very, very aware. Just because you think you sent these pictures, these videos to one person, doesn't mean that they're the only person that's seeing this. Now, to the men, do better. It is not an act of masculinity when you secretly record women without their consent, without their knowledge. You may think that it's cool. You may think that you're regaining something from your teenage years when you couldn't get anyone to even look in your direction. You may think it's cool that you have a little bit of wealth, a little bit of fame, a little bit of clout, and you can get some of these unsuspected people to put themselves in these situations. But here's a question I have for you. This is the question I have to the men that do these things. Would you want someone to do this to your daughter, your sister, or your mother? Many times the answer is no. You wouldn't want these things done to anyone that is close to you. So why do you think it's fine, cool, sexy to do that to someone's sister, someone's daughter, someone's mother? Why do you think that it is all right for you to put people in a situation where they're vulnerable to you and for you to exploit that for your own jollies, for your own pleasure? A lot of men that do these things, that engage in this type of behavior, that exploit people this way, that record people in this fashion, they're lacking something in their life. Either that they're very much only pleasure seeking, so like a seeking missile, they just go wherever they're fired off, crashing and destroying whatever is in their path, or they're trying to compensate for something. Maybe when they're 18, ladies that look like them wouldn't give them an attention. Maybe when they're 22, they had bad relationship after bad relationship. What doesn't get talked about is people who are overly sexual, people who go out of their way and are consumed by this type of behavior. You don't ever hear about them keeping healthy relationships. Why do you think that is? They don't understand the boundaries of it. They don't have the emotional intelligence to understand that what they're doing, what they're seeking, is damaging that person, or it may damage that person. They don't have the foresight. All they care about is the here and now. I sleep with this girl. I record this. Minutes later, I get to watch it again. They don't think about the consequences to that girl. They don't think about what happens if it leaks online, which in this case it did, and there's no coming back from it being leaked online. They don't understand the social trauma, the emotional trauma, the mental trauma. People who usually engage in this type of behavior, they've crafted and constructed their lives online. They have no concept or consequence of reality outside of their computer screen. So when these things leak online, they don't think it's a big deal. Whereas the person who is a victim of this, they got to go out in the public and deal with the consequences of something that they didn't agree to be a part of. They got to go back to their job. They got to go back to their boyfriend. They got to go back to their family. They got to go back to their husband. They got to prepare themselves for a future relationship because now they have trauma that they have to bring into that.